What's going on, YouTube? Uberman here today, and we have I guess it's a breaking story. Everybody's wanting to know what's going on. Everybody's wanting to know the details about the ruling in California where an Uber driver sued Uber and claimed that she was an employee, not an independent contractor. Well, today a judge ruled that she is in fact an employee and not an independent contractor and awarded her something like $4,100 and change. So what does this mean? Everybody's flipping out. What's this mean? Are we employees now? What's going to happen? Well, let's start with don't trip out yet, okay? You can bet Uber is going to appeal this decision. This is going to take more time. Let's hope. Trust me, even if you don't follow this story, even if you don't know what's going on, trust me when I tell you, you do not want to be an employee of Uber. This will destroy everything. This will ruin Uber's business model. The payout for her was $4,000 because they have to reimburse for some expenses, gas, maybe even mileage. I know you guys probably don't want to sit there and do all the research, so I did quite a bit of it, but keep in mind, I don't have a ton of time myself. So I browse, I read, and I try to jot down what's important and what's most relevant. Right now, Uber is going to appeal the decision. If the next time this goes to court, the next judge or the same judge, I'll assume it's probably going to be a different judge. If that judge upholds this judge's ruling, we're going to be in trouble. We're all going to be in trouble. And the reason why is because once California sets the bar, okay, see, this is new. This is a whole new territory. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So we're all waiting on California. All eyes are on California because once this is done, once this becomes part of law history, it can be referenced in later court dates all over the country where they can say, hey, you know, in California, blah, 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 it was ruled they are employees. This opens the floodgates, guys. This opens the floodgates for every driver in America to be dubbed an employee. And the only benefit to being an employee for Uber is the fact that they're going to have to reimburse you some money for expenses. Okay, so you get $4,000 back. Let's say every person that works for Uber gets $4,100. Whoop-de-doo. Do you know what it's going to cost you in the long run? A lot more than that $4,100. Okay, there are a lot of drivers nationwide, and if Uber has to shell out $2,000, $4,000 per person, I know they're a multi-billion-dollar international company, guys, but this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. Not to mention, you can pretty much be guaranteed we'll be on a schedule. And it won't be a 40-hour-a-week schedule. No, it won't be a 40-hour-a-week schedule. It may even be some type of a rotating shift where your schedule is not the same. You know, maybe one week you do days, and then the next week you do afternoons, and then the next week you do nights, and then you just rotate and start over again. You know, who knows how this is going to go. But do you really want to be on a set schedule? Do you? You don't want to be an employee. This changes everything. This is what makes Uber what it is, and Lyft for that matter. We set the schedule. We are our own bosses. We do what we want when we want. It's not going to be that way anymore, guys. If we become employees, you think Uber's tough now. Just trust me when I tell you this is not good. But like I said, there's no reason to flip out yet because we have an entire appeals process to go through. This is going to take some more time. I'm following this, and you know, as updates come about, I will definitely be bringing it to your attention. But for now, don't trip. Don't flip out. Just keep your fingers crossed that the appeals process works in the driver's favor, because it is not in the driver's best interest to be an employee of Uber. This will be detrimental to the company And of course, if it's detrimental to the company, it's going to be detrimental to the drivers. We are going to carry the load and the burden of this lawsuit. That's all I got, guys. For now, nothing's changed. One chick filed a lawsuit, got some money, and put the rest of us in jeopardy. Congratulations. I would have given you $4,100 to have walked away. I would have done it. I would have sold something, anything. I would have paid you $4,100 to have left this the hell alone. But then somebody else would have come along and done it anyway. Guys, let's hope for the best. Expect the worst, hope for the best, be prepared. As always, like, comment, subscribe, be safe, and Uber on.